Not entirely sure. Sturm Tiger, though, thank you. Come on, deal with it. Sturm Tiger, you had one job. You had one job. Kill the mortars. And you missed. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 3v3 on Oka River. We got ourselves Hollywood, Zesty, Frojuin versus Stalker, Italian Mafia, and Big Cheese. April Ham Lincoln. Perfect. Just nailed the name. In any case, 2 Vermont OKW versus 2 Soviet and American. Double checking their ranks. Oh boy, we got some mixed bags here, but so far the games this week have been pretty damn sweet, including the one yesterday, which hopefully you guys enjoyed. But moving on from that, let's get to this one. So we got ourselves Elite Armored, so nice early vehicle possibly, plus explosive ordnance that could be called in. A lot of munition heavy with Jaeger Infantry though, but again, a lot of good infantry upgrades. And then we got Stalker going Strategic Reserve, a lot of close range units, which he is deploying, good. And also, again, MG and Pioneer Squad being deployed. With Zesty going Lend-Lease, we could easily see... Oh, actually, we're getting a sniper out first. Interesting. Interesting starting point. Hollywood going himself Base Rifleman and Rachelon, though those Rachelons can now be equipped with a nice little rifle grenade. So, new tubes galore. And Friday June went Urban Defense, so we could see some infantry-focused gameplay of revolving around one single location as they try to hold it down and, well, get some additional... buffs from it. So, if you want to submit a replay like someone here did, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com and I'll take a look. But otherwise, make sure you like, subscribe. Definitely helps out in this time as a lot of things are currently happening in the world, and just any support you can give to not only myself but to others as well is greatly appreciated. Anyway, MG and Grenadiers are moving on in. Let's see, we got Sturm Pioneers pulling down some cover. Assuming they're trying to prevent the enemy from using it. Unfortunately, with using the sniper, it does take a little more time to get out some units and push forward. Meanwhile, this Stalker is already locking down this territory with ease. Like, I really don't see much. Again, you have the sniper for sure, but he has Assault Grenadier, so he could close that gap very, very quickly. And with it, if he closes down the gap, hopefully he's able to, take that thing out. But we'll see. Snipers pushing on up. Should be able to knock out that MG. Over time, though, we have the MG42 pushing back the Maxim, which, by the way, looks like we have Jugin going with an MG spam of sorts. We'll definitely be back the Pioneer. Will his Grenadier be able to get outside the area is the question. Pioneers are keeping it busy. Grenadiers are going around. So it looks like that's a yes. Sniper slowly taking out that MG. Assault Grenadier is just waiting. This would be the time to move in to take it out. I know you're worried about possibly being snared or stopped by an MG, but remember, if he went with a sniper, he most likely does not have... Oh, counter sniper being brought up by Stalker, but he most likely doesn't have the ability to lock you down with an MG. Even with, right now, with the Dushka that he has access to, it's 2 VP points. So it's going to be a while before he can deploy that. So just as a heads up. If you have a sniper, early game is a good time to chase it down if possible. And most likely if you want the sniper, he's not going to get a scout car, at least that quickly. Usually if they go scout car, I would typically see it first before the sniper. But anyway, sniper looks like it's going to move on in and press on it. Unfortunately, that penal troop is just going to, I guess, protect it against these Assault Grenadiers. Meanwhile, in mid, we have the Sturms and the Volks. Right now trying to put pressure on the American. American getting in the building, although Germans right now looking a little better. They're actually deploying a scout car to help assist in this front. Alright. Volk Squad throwing an incendiary, trying to push him out of the building. Will probably work. He might actually kill it if he doesn't get out of there soon. Yep, there's some barbecue American for you. Or American barbecue? Something like that. Anyway, Grenadiers right now, unfortunately, in a bad position. They're in cover, but the cover's facing the wrong way, unless the bushes are it. Well, maybe, but I think the fence is mostly acting as it. So even though the riflemen, I think, should move up to cover, right now they're doing enough damage to push it back. But there's that MG, which is now in the building, that's going to suppress it. Again, he's just going to pull back. Jump over the fence would also be a good idea, so we can, stop being pulverized. Meanwhile, Volk Squad's going to go for this point. on the far right. We have penal troops trying to get close to that MG to throw a satchel. Not happening, though. Where's the sniper? I don't know. Oh, it's back at base. He needs some medics for it to get it back up to full health. We do have a counter sniper, though. Very close to the front. Has to be really cautious about that. Now he has 2 Soviet snipers to deal with. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Luckily, he does push back those engineers with the assault grenadiers. Again, I don't know why he hasn't deployed this sooner. He also has those grenades, so he can easily push them out of the building. Aim for the door. Looks like he already realized that situation. He got out. Fortunately for him, he can throw a satchel, but he can also get out very quickly. So, in this situation, I think the assault troops will beat the penals because they're close range bonus with their weapons. But Germans on the other side are also doing quite well. MG and everything has, well, driven the Allies back. And, yeah, they've locked down both munitions, all 3 victory points, both fuels. So, right now, it's not looking all that great for the Soviets. They're driven back to base. I do think that there are some missteps here. There we go. Finally getting medics up to heal. Ambulance would be good for the American forces. Do you have medics? Yes, you do. Okay, good job there, Jukin. Also, you have a ton of manpower. I don't know what you're saving up for. I swear if I see a 45mm AT spam, I'm going to riot. Anyway, snipers are hanging back, but they only have so much time they can really do something, but I get why they don't want to push in because they don't really have that much support. If they get chased down by a vehicle or something. And they also now have to worry about this sniper. I know he probably doesn't... Oh, well, actually, no, he's gotten 4 kills with it, so he probably knows about it, so he's probably like, okay, if I move up, the sniper's probably going to try to kill one of my men. I don't want to risk one of my snipers, even if the other one will kill him. It's not worth it. And right now, he actually has the most territory on his side. They only have 1 point across this river, so if the Germans continue to push, they could be like Stalingrad against the Volga, where you just see Soviet forces rowing across the river while the Germans are holding key sections of the city and just firing artillery and shells. And I know planes are strafing against it. I'm curious to know if there were actually tanks just stationed at the edge of the water just firing at boats that tried to get close. I'm assuming the boats would only try to get close against areas that were under Soviet control, but goddamn, wouldn't it be terrible if you're in a boat getting close and all of a sudden a panzer came out and just shot your boat? Oh, that would be horrifying. Anyway, you probably wouldn't know about it until the shell hits you, but goddamn, you're like, hey, look, some armor. We got some support. Oh, God. Anyway, so it looks like he's gearing up for an attack. We have penals as well trying to go around, but he's walking into a minefield. I didn't even realize that. Actually, hold on. Is that? No, I'm sorry. They're just native. My apologies. I thought the German placed the minefield. I'm like, oh, that's so smart. But no, they're just placing it because, hey, you're going over water. Though, perfect timing, Italian Mafia does put down some mines. And he actually has double scout cars, which is trying to help on the front. At least keep the MGs and everything back. He needs an AT gun. He is getting a half track right now, which is interesting. He has enough to where he can start putting pressure with an MG if he were to upgrade it, but like in terms of munitions, but it's kind of risky right now. At least they have the river secure, though. Good job on the Germans for planning ahead, placing mines here. Again, you can shift click to get a lot more. Looks like the MG got pushed back. Double snipers doing work. Nice job killing the assault grenadier. Should have pulled back a little sooner. And yeah, the stalker sniper did die, so good job. Might have taken a little bit of time, but it did work. And honestly, you could probably blow up that medic squad and take him out. Also, the MG, while good, the snipers will tear it apart real quick, so you may not want to keep it on the front. Doesn't, although, even though they've won on the right, in the left, it's, I mean, sure, they killed the scout car with, I'm assuming, either bazooka teams or pure MG fire. But the problem is, well, how do I put this? They still need to get through all this, and there's still a lot of men. Now, the Germans haven't reinforced it in terms of, like, mines or defense positions or barbed wire it, which could be something they need to do. But I will say it's a damn good job for the Germans to even have that position. But the Axis are coming, are going to be dealing with some major allied threats, such as this utility car coming into play. Not amazing by any stretch, but it can quickly place mines, or it could provide immediate fire support. I hope my snipers aren't too annoying, says Zesty. Alright, well, you only have a total of, oh, never mind, I take that back. 14 kills already against one player. That's a lot. Now we have a Dushka being brought up. Penals as well on the front. Engineers are heading back to base. I'm assuming to build a tier 2, maybe tier 3 base. Molotov going into the building. They do kill that MG42. So they are making small headway. Scout car trying to kill these mortars. Will do something. And again, it is upgraded for additional health and armor. God damn, I couldn't think of it. But yeah, it's getting more armor. But also you can lock it down for additional resources, which is good. This half-track, though, could shred it, so he has to be very careful. And especially over the ice, you can see he's having trouble maneuvering. Because it's just a hindrance to mobility being on the ice. Although he is pushing a lot of dead bodies. My god. They're just stuck underneath there. It's like a poor roadkill. That MG is actually doing quite a bit to it. Although, look, the MG on the scout car is hurting it. He wants to get out of there. Utility car died. Good job. MG probably just shredded. Doesn't look like he Panzerfausted. Oh, nice kill. I tried to throw a grenade, but alas, just got knocked out. Good Jaeger command squad right there. Just picking them off with the G43s. Anyway, MG in the half-track. Looks like American forces coming on in. Germans still pretty light. They have a pack gun, but half-track's coming through here. Pack gun's looking the wrong way. Got need to reposition. We still have the utility cars, which I think need to be set up. I don't think using offensively is a really good idea. Put them on the fuel point, put them somewhere, but don't put them on the munition point. Anything. Just I would say it's better use than just chilling in the back. And definitely against that half-track. That half-track will rip you to shreds. Pack gun, though, firing, missing target. Prioritize vehicles is necessary, though. Does hit the vehicle, though, so that's good. Flamethrower unit coming on to push back the riflemen, although they should win that fight. Great job with the pack, killing that unit. Meanwhile, we got penal forces coming across. But mines have been placed, and they will delay them, at least slightly. Now, there are plenty of mines, so if they try to push this way, most likely Soviet forces would sink to the bottom of the ice. Example. So if a T-34 to come across, it should die, which would be awesome to see. Panzer II being deployed. I'm not seeing any AT. Oh, wait, never mind. We have AT on the right. Snipers as well over here, both at one, but scout car is probably going to give chase to him, I assume. Yeah, Stalker's going after him now. He is livid against those snipers. And although there's an AT gun prepped and ready to go, he might just keep charging. No, he's going to reach. Nope, too bad. He doesn't have a smoke ability. He's going to die. Oh, it missed. Very lucky. Wait, the Dushka, though. The Dushka is very, very good. If I was him, I would have kept chasing. Like, unfortunately, just, you know, if you kill those snipers, it's worth a dead scout car. I'm just pointing that out. Plus, you could always retreat over the ice if you need to. It might be a little risky, but you could do it. Artillery coming down the Grenadiers. They're trying to kill it, most likely throwing a bundle grenade in there. Hollywood deployed some Rangers, and we have a Stewart on the field. Very nice. So, good movement of the Dushka. It helps saves it for the grenades. Can kill it. Of all things, they're making headway, but the Germans are delaying them. And oh my god, Jugan, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mortars? You're inviting a Stuka, my god. Yeah, fun fact, don't be this guy. Also, if you have a building here, why aren't you making it a forward base? Like, you could heal your guys on the front. That way the American player has a forward base. Like, there's that. I don't think anything else here has been made into a forward base. So yeah, make this a forward base. It's far enough back, good positioning, enough stuff covering it so it's harder to hit. Just saying. Grenade being thrown right on both Grenadiers, gets a great hit. And yeah, Big Cheese is unfortunately losing a lot of men while to defend that point. And that finally may have broken the north. German forces building a bunker, I think that's a bad play. I think you need something, I mean, like, look, the Stuart's injured. It's going to be a while before they're going to make another major assault. But also, I maybe move this back a little bit, back here behind the fence, because right now you're wide open. Luckily, there's a support gun. Panzer II is also over here. Stuarts can open fire. Where's the AT gun? They have no AT. This is the Soviet players, no AT. Oh my god, Jugan. Jesus Christ. Yeah, more shock troops. That's good against armor. Ugh. Now, the good news is, I think Hollywood had... No. I think the Stuart actually just killed that thing. Yep, Stuart just fired away. Because Stuart's better at killing armor than the Luke's is. So, yeah, fun fact. There's a German sniper over here. It's going to slowly pick off the shock troops. Remember, against a Soviet player, a sniper is less effective because there's more men with the squad. That being said, if the men are just going to sit there and just take it, then yeah, it's going to be a lot better. So, the sniper will continue to just fire. Keep killing the Soviets. He actually might kill the man. Is he going to actually do that? Is he going to kill that? Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Alright, cool. He killed Shock. He's just... alright, I'm just pointing this out. This is not going to be a high-level game. I'm already realizing this. It's not. The fact that this guy has 8 kills on shock troops that have just stayed in its range. Luckily, the Stuart's coming in. He'll probably murder it. There's nothing really stopping it. There's a Panzer headquarters all the way over here. It is just now getting the flak, but there's nothing stopping him. There's a Puma coming in right now, which could, again, really be needed. Also a huge Grenadier blob, which say goodbye once you get Panzerfausted. He might try to get that kill, although, yeah, this Stuart's going to die. As long as the Puma goes in for it, it's going to die. Now, that's an engagement I wouldn't chase because it's not worth losing a Stuart compared to 1 sniper. 2 snipers, I agree. 1 sniper and a light tank compared to a scout car? Hell no. Hell no would I give that up. Luckily, it looks like this guy is pretty much batting down this area. I'm surprised this base is still alive. Stalker as well might be saving up for a Tiger. I don't recommend that, because he's 4 VP away from that Tiger Ace, so it's going to be a long time before he deploys it at its current rate. And he needs to get kills, so honestly, a Panther, a Brumbar, I mean, like, at this point, he doesn't really have, like, a fast attack vehicle, so a Brumbar would be really good at just slowly wearing him down. Snipers as well, we're at, hold on, we're at 21 kills. So a battle's going on. Another Stuart? Alright, that one showed up as quickly as it came in. Yeah. So, Rangers would be great with bazookas to help fight that. But, yeah, Stuart is going to lose to a Puma. Now, Stuart might win to a Falcon, but, you know, in an aerial dogfight over New York. But, or maybe a bunch of cats. But, to a Puma, no. It is going to be gone. Although I think in the 3rd one he fought a cougar. I think so. I want to say, God, if look up that series, because that was a thing, and I still like those movies. They're still very interesting. Anyway, AMG opening fire. We still have the ridiculous amount of mortars. Now the Soviet players just coming on it. Oh my God, please, after all the talk this guy's had, please let him lose both snipers to a single end, to a mine. That would make my day. That would make my day. Come on. Come on, please. Damn it, he's pulling back. Also, Biggie Cheese, who have 400 fuel and no armor. What are you up to, man? Oh, he hasn't gotten upgrades yet. But dude, you have 400 fuel. Puma's now hunting that, but this U-76 is going to snipe the Puma, kill it with ease. Last shot does miss. That's ridiculous, Biggie Cheese. This is a scenario where you get armor. Luckily, these snipers are doing a lot of good work. They are definitely putting a hamper. They might actually kill that unit if he doesn't retreat. Nope, they both fired on the same unit. Meanwhile, we have a big charge with a Puma. AT gun, those lighting it up. This guy's just literally just coming into the slaughter. It's not even funny. SU-76 coming on in. I think it's a decent hit. Snipers as well. 11 kills. Hold on. They both have 11 kills? No, 17 kills. 28 kills with 2 snipers. This is a sniping duo. Nice grenades, push back to Dushka. We have a second SU-76. Trying to help push them back. Good job, Zesty. Hollywood and them are still busy fighting over here. That sniper, which by the way, 9 kills for the Germans, still holding them back. But once again, I do not understand why the fact that A, Italian Mafia doesn't have more men, and B, Biggie Cheese does not actually have armor. It's ridiculous. You need armor, man. It's completely dumb. It's incredibly dumb. Anyway, sniper, looks like one of them did die from a Puma or Panther, something like that. He's going over the ice. Bad move. SU-76, you want to deal with that? I love how he realized the situation. Now he's on the ice, though. Panther might sink him, but he's going in. Don't go in. Either take the shot while you're there. All right, you went in. AT gun, you want to... No, he's not firing. He's pulling back, actually. You are very lucky, Stalker. You are very lucky. Now you just need to heal that Panther. Assault Grenadiers just chilling. They're probably going to take over this point. Meanwhile, the Allies stop the bleed, But I feel like this is kind of self-imposed. Again, there's a lot of critiques I can point at this, but Zesty's at least keeping a decent amount of entity units alive overall, and is at least taking over the point. He did lose it a little bit, although there's a random lieutenant over here, which I'm not entirely sure why. It's like, yeah, sure, we'll come over to support. Meanwhile, yeah, we have Hollywood is yet to deploy any armor, even though he could. Oh, he hasn't had the major yet. Oh my god, maybe not. Maybe the Allies are worse than I thought in terms of fuel. Yeah, the Allies, again, no wonder Zesty went SC-76. It's a good idea if you are so low on fuel. Although Jugan can deploy some armor. He can deploy an SU-85. Though he's so wrapped up in his infantry, and I do mean like blobs. Like, I'm surprised the OKW have not deployed a Stuka. Like, a Stuka would be top tier in this situation. Or even a Sturm Tiger, for Pete's sakes. Like, okay. Now, here's the thing. I say that. He just deployed it. But it also means he needs skill to do it. Stuka, you don't need as much skill. Sturm Tiger, you need a little more skill. People think you need no skill. That's false. You actually need skill. Also, forward base, but you're losing it? I don't understand. Scout car pushing in. I don't understand. Like, if he gets a Sturm Tiger shot on all of these mortars, that would be amazing. That would be incredible. But I don't think he will. I'm being 100% honest. Now, again, sniper. Oh, no, he doesn't have enough munitions. Not as much. Also, you might want to pull back the sniper, as the shock troops will rip him to shreds. They'll do what Doom Guy does against demons. So rip and tear, rip and tear. Oh, boy. But anyway, there goes the Assault Grenadiers. Panther's still trying to engage. That's the one positive, I'll say. Oh, Zesty's sniper at 22 kills, pulling back. Penal's trying to help out. Is that demo? No, it's a lieutenant that died next to, oh, God, next to the building. Not even gonna ask how he died right next to a building. Maybe he was taking a piss and unfortunately he just keeled over and died there. I'm not entirely sure. Whatever the case may be, this Panther is in for a rude awakening because he's point blank to an AT gun, which, fun fact, oh good, is at least blitzing away. And luckily some good bounces allow him to escape relatively unharmed to the situation. Scout car, is this an AI? Is this an AI? I'm being honest. I'm not entirely sure. Sturm Tiger, though, thank you. Come on, deal with it. Sturm Tiger, you had one job. You had one job. Kill the mortars. And you missed. You're also reloading. You are reloading on the front. There's a man. Okay, so fun fact. If this thing gets hit majorly, it will decrew. Because this man is currently telling the man inside, which you can see right there, you know, to give him some ammo. So while that's going on, if they get, you know, shot or hit with AT or something like that, they can easily decrew this tank. Now, you are very lucky that the Allies apparently are pulling back for the most part, even though I think an AT gun would still be applicable. Like, there's nothing stopping the AT from fighting. If anything, oh my god, Italian Mafia, your retreating is atrocious. Work on it. Big Cheese is a lot of men, but also I'm criticizing him because he has lack of armor. Stalker, on the other hand, again, where's the again, I love how these guys are making so many forward bases, but they're not doing the simple basic idea of putting down medicals back at base. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Meanwhile, the Soviets, on the other hand, and the American, finally have armor, so that's good. It's Calliope, but at least they have a good amount of infantry. Counteract to them would be AT guns. At least they have bazooka teams, but you want to give the bazooka teams to the Rangers, actually, because they have a bonus on damage with bazookas. So there's that. So that's a little bit of a misappropriation. Though it looks like he's giving them some Thompson, so okay. Oh god, please hit the mine and fall through. That'll be amazing. Yeah, what else we got? Hollywood, we talked about him. Zesty's doing okay. He's probably doing the best of the group. Though I think maybe being a little over cocky, though he's shown at least holding his side. So there's that. He's doing the best in a bad situation. So that he started a little weaker, and I think he could have definitely. Oh my god, he's so close. Oh, artillery's coming on in. Anyway, I think his start could have been better organized, but overall he's doing very well under the circumstances. So I can't denounce him for that. That's a minor gripe. And also his SU-76 spam is actually pretty damn effective. he doesn't need the big heavy tank. He can just get something else. Sturm Tiger looks like got a few more kills and reloaded. Shock troops pulling on back again. You want the Sturm Tiger out of sight so the enemy doesn't see you, so you can get that awesome shot in. That's what you really want. Unfortunately, he's keeping it on the front so the enemy can constantly see it. You want to kind of keep some troops between you and them. That's what you really want to do. So anyway, also kill blobs. Also, this could be killed. Like, I'm surprised. Anyway, Stalker is deploying armor at the very least. Although, he has enough to where he could deploy a Tiger Ace. A Panther is what, 185? Yeah, 185 and 490. So he is literally a minute away from deploying a Tiger Ace if he stops. And I think a Tiger Ace would be better because right now he's dealing with a lot of infantry and light armor. Panthers are designed to fight light armor as well, but not so much in the infantry. So there's that. Sturm Tiger actually getting a good shot right there. He got a few more kills, but the main point was he pushed the blob away and caused the missing RGM sign to pop in. So that's an achievement right there. I also love the fact that SU-76 is literally on the ice and has been close to 2 mines now. And he's also being supported by a kick-ass sniper, which is just helping pick off. Now the Panther is over here, but the awesome badass female sniper is also by the post, so I'm just gonna have that little cool sign. So really awesome. And now all the infantry's coming on in. The sniper needs to get the hell out of there. Oh no, please don't die. Aw, damn it. At least I got an awesome pose before she died. It'll be for use of propaganda, I swear. Oh! You know what? That was a sick play. I'll give you that. Zesty has proven himself to be actually a decent player. Using artillery on the ice to break instead of direct fire via SU-76. Top tier play. Like, seriously. Thumbs up on my end. But unfortunately, there's another Panther, and he's probably not going to fall for that again. Also, you're very close to a mine, but really good use of that. And also good kills. It's a little bit of incendiary, or... Wait, hold on. Is he just really allowing the SU-76s to light him up? Oh, that's dumb. That's so dumb. Pull back, man. Calliope is now opening fire. And also they have a KV-2. Oh, shoot. He's hitting the infantry on that point. Apparently this guy doesn't know how to retreat. Let me... Hold on. Are these guys, like, brand new? No, they should know what to do. They should know how to retreat at the very least. Oh, good. At least one of the SU-76s hit the ice, so at least one of them sunk. He's just deploying another. I got more. I got more in stock for you. Also, he can deploy, if he really wants to, he can do an allied supply drop and drop it. It's not like the Axis have a ton of AA. I don't think they have any AA at all. I mean, the Panzer headquarters, but, I mean, so far, they've barely used retreat, so I don't know. God damn it, you have a giant walking cannon and you can't hit shit. So anyway, don't forget, oh my god, Biggie Cheese is now over here. He's like, alright, I'll switch. We've seen switching sides before, and the MG is working. Again, he could bring over artillery or ask his ally. Also, there's demos here, so I can't wait to see how that works. S-76s are still over the ice. Sturm Tiger could return. Oh, please. Oh, my God. Okay. That was... Oh, first off, good grenades. But secondly, you should have saw that coming. You missed, though. Calliope's coming on in, doing a bit of friendly fire, in my opinion. Like, I know he's trying to help, but by God, Hollywood, I think you may have caused some friendly fire damage. SU-76, though, using artillery on the on the Sturm Tiger, which might have worked if it was actually reloading, of all things. In the meantime, the Germans are actually taking over this area again. MG still there with the AT gun, which could use artillery fire to push them back. Sniper, new sniper on the field. And, yeah, Penal's trying to engage again. Better to keep your distance, honestly. Like, truthfully, it's better to keep your distance, to, you know, so you don't lose it. Looks like the other SU-76 did perish, unfortunately, so that's pretty bad. But, hey, at least he has enough for, you know, a few more. Plus, again, you could drop in fuel, which, if you wanted to get more, you could absolutely drop it in. Panther's coming back in at low health, so really a KV-2 would be perfect to fight that. But no, he's going to hide next to his quad mortar setup here because, yeah, I mean, this needs to happen. Hey guys, let's have all the mortars in play, please. Because we need a fucking line of mortars to open fire. Oh my god. Anyway, look, I'm not discounting these guys. Everyone has to get their start. But I will say the person who submitted this replay says greatest comeback in KOTU history. And I am going to put a serious doubt to that. Look, and to be fair, it's whoever, the person who submitted this, I'm not discounting them. It was probably intense and probably very thrilling. But as well, I'm just pointing out the fact that right now, if you could see all the mistakes currently going on, everything, like, right now the American player's over here, right? Right. So, essentially the American player is a smaller army, which also the artillery is currently hitting that tank. But you would figure that they would, you know, counteract. Also, Sturm Tiger is currently being hit by everything. He could fire a Sturm Tiger shot, or he could just back. Again, this is another situation. Why were you going forward? Why were you trying to back up? Now, luckily, the Calliope is just unloading on it because I want that to make sure that Sturm Tiger dies. Okay. Grenade going off, killing the Volk. So good, they killed it. 100%. Awesome. But I'm also glad he's finally using the KV-2 as a frontline tank. Guess what? KV-2 is pretty damn sweet against enemy infantry. Like, you have the equipment, freaking use it. Demo could have been good right there. AT gun ST-76, at least opening fire on the Panzer IV, which should meet a grisly death. Yeah. Again, there's just not a lot of tension because, unfortunately, this, like, you can, like, from the last game, you can definitely tell that people knew what they were doing. They were thinking about their actions, and that you could tell, like, okay, they're setting up interesting traps and dynamics and all this stuff. That's not really what's going on. Zesty's the closest thing here, but that's like that's like the DCEU having Wonder Woman, and then you still have Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad and everything else. So yeah, Wonder Woman's a good movie, but out of the whole DC universe, and Man of Steel, which I think is better, but it's not. It has a lot of problems that people overlook. But yeah, it's still not great overall. Like a great universe, and in that case, great universe. In this case, a great game. Because, like, why would you send in a Panzer IV by itself against a whole entrenched enemy position without infantry support or anything else? Like, that's a big no-no. Like, this guy's having a slightly better luck at fighting over here. At least he's holding on to that VP, but it's only one. They still need this one, which is currently weirdly guarded by a fighting position with no one in it. And this MG's so far back that they can probably capture it, but no one's coming over here. Like, that's what I mean. It just deflates attention because you know the enemy could be doing something. Or in this case, the allies could be doing something, and they're just not doing it. Like, for example, the allies have Calliopes, right? So why aren't they targeting the medical position or other positions back here? They're not really targeting that. Okay, Italian Mafia got a new Sturm Tiger. We'll see how that works. Hopefully for my sanity, slightly better than how things were going. Although, great shot on the water, though the SU-76s definitely beat you to it, though the fact that they didn't retreat is astounding to me. AT guns pulling on back, grenades, at least he's able to see that coming. Again, also, we're not seeing, like, abilities being used. Like, where's the forward base? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, so he's in the building I mentioned earlier. Awesome. That's good. You can also build it here as well if he wants a new one. But, yeah. Okay, so at least he has one. That's good. Also, artillery coming on in, so say goodbye to SU-76 right there. Again, we'll work against that unit because it is weaker. Funny enough, it actually, I was going to say the infantry will survive, or is it going to die? The building collapsed, so I'm assuming something was hiding in there and it didn't survive. Demo would have been great against Panzer IV, even if that's not the case. Panzer IV. Again, also, why is this Panzer IV going in? Like, there's no big target. There's no, like, Katusha which you can dive in for. All this stuff will take at the bare minimum 2 shots. At the bare minimum. Because, like, again, Panzer IV sometimes you get a lucky wipe, but on average, it's like, it'll take a number of shots to kill something. If he's trying to lure this thing on the ice, there's better ways to do that. Sniper as well. Only 3 kills, nothing to sneeze at. The female sniper was so much better. Just saying. Let's see. We got the Calliopes with a couple kills, but like 3 of them? Really? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no tension in this game because there's so many avenues the enemy could go. Now, finally, the Axis have actually grown a brain and decided, you know what, this other VP point might be better, while the entirety of the Allied force is just chill, like, retreat that. But while the entirety of the Allied force is busy on the other side of the river, like, and to be fair, there's a Panzer IV engaging at a quarter health or a third health, and I don't know why. Like, move it up Su-76, move up something else. Like, I just don't understand it. I really don't. Anyway, MG currently opening fire, but again, KV-2 is what's going to do damage against the armor. All the MGs suppress the infantry, but they'll take the point. Luckily, the Allies did grab that, so at least no hemorrhaging for them. Su-76 focusing on vehicles, although finally direct firing. Again, this guy does still have a Panzerfaust, so you still have to worry about the unit. But this is a clear example of someone who has no idea, because he's not using the Panzerfaust. He's just telling it to go. Actually, one of his units got run over. It's actually now attached to the Su-76. This man literally walked into the Su-76 and he phased into it. That's how much he's not paying attention. The Panzer IV as well just walked up and died to an AT line. The Sturm Tiger got an okay shot, but only got 1 kill out of all this. That's frustrating. That's annoying. Seriously. And also the AT guns, I'm surprised, aren't killing the Panther. Like, rear shot, again, should have just retreated backwards, which this guy figured out, finally. Panther is coming back over. But, like I said, I would love to tell about tactics and strategy and what they're doing. But, like, both sides are doing so dumb. Like, this guy keeps rushing up units. I don't understand it. He's just sacrificing everything. Fun fact, that's not what you do. If his goal was to use artillery to kill this, great. Finally he killed it, but there's better ways to kill this stuff. It's like, for example, he's blue, right? Okay, he still does not have the heavy Panzer Corps. He has 470 fuel. Get a Panzerwerfer, and you could have instantly wiped all of them in 1 shot. What are these Calliopes doing? They're firing all here. Guess what? They have an AT gun. They're actually shooting you instead. And you missed it. Because you told all your units to attack 1 tiny area. It's ridiculous. And then penal troops are coming on in, but they're equipped with an MG42. They're not, although hilarious. They have 2 upgrades. But anyway, they're just not equipped though with, well, to be honest, any AT to fight off the Panther that's barely alive. The Su-76 at half health is coming on in. The Panther might snipe it, or the Panzer headquarters is probably going to kill it, which it does. Allies, though, are capturing over that point. Their Axis will take mid, so once again, the Allies will continue to drain on the Axis, while the Axis will just slow it down, but they're not doing anything to stop it. Like, there's no coordination here. There's not much happening. I know this might seem repetitive, but I also I do want to highlight this because I want to show, like, I do want to highlight a bad game from a good game. Like, like this stuff here, Panzerwerfer, Stuka could have dealt with. This, the AT guns, which are now facing the opposite direction. Again, like, stuff like that. Finally, okay, so we have a Brumbard, good against infantry. Look, as much as I've been praising Zesty, he's not pushing up. Like, he could take all this territory. He could mine the riverside. He could mine the entirety of the river to make sure it's locked down so the enemy can't get to it, but that's not happening. He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there doing nothing over here, along with their American forces, which I will criticize them for it. The overall population right now for the Allies is probably in the low 70s. Meanwhile, the Axis are in the at best they're in the upper, like, let's say not upper, low 50s. That's the best case scenario. Okay, so they should be overwhelmed by allied forces and presence, but that's not happening. And even though the axes keep losing I mean, good artillery barrage, I'll give him that. This guy's taking a sweet time to retreat, and he's losing men to it. So I'll give him that. Light artillery barrage is actually doing work because this guy can't retreat, but that's the same thing can be said about the Germans. Like, this guy should retreat. His unit, it's low on health. There's no point in keeping on the front. Rangers, very low. No point keeping it up. You're using your KV-2. Great. Fantastic. Why is this Brumbar here? Also, AT grenade. You could use that. The pin it. Like, there's so much stuff you could be doing, but they're just not doing it. And it's just ridiculous. Again, Su-76s quickly knock out the heavy tank because even though it's a light tank destroyer, in numbers, they'll make up for it. Allied forces holding mid. They're holding the left star. They're holding the right star. So this game's about to be over. Yeah, GG. Okay. So, yeah, it's just one of those games where it's... The enemy is not... Like, how do I put this? It's just not that interesting. There's just really... An overall broad play is being done. There's no interesting tactics. There's no interesting strategy. It's spam the unit that comes with your doctrine. Or, like, with the Rangers. Luckily, this guy did have a bazooka team, which is good. At least he has one. But it's just one of those things that's like, there's so much more tactics you could do. There's so much more strategy that you can do. But I do hope that me talking about this brings light to it. I do have videos on my channel that kind of highlight units. And there's plenty of other content creators that also have strategy guides and like tactics and other things. And hopefully we'll be having a series on individual strategies and other thing in the near future. But for the time being, this is not what you do. This is not what you do. First, you be aggressive. You always want to be aggressive and take territory. You send units that are good for a fight. Su-76s in numbers, great. Actually fighting and luring them on the ice, that was the smartest play I saw because you did something different with the tool set given. You used your artillery to have maximum potential to break the ice so he falls through. Great. Not doubting you. But then also like, again, taking Soviet AT, great. You know, good use there. But why are you spamming all these assault grenadier stalker? Like, why Biggie Cheese? Are you not, like finally you got armor? Like, but you're deploying these fucking Panzer IVs. They're not working. They kept dying over and over again. So yeah, it's just incredibly high death rates for everyone. Like, again, Zesty's probably the only one. He got the most damage. Congratulations. Also, Zesty, thank you for submitting your replay. And I'm not trying to denounce you for being a bad player or anything like that. You're obviously not. But in this scenario, there wasn't much tension. There wasn't much of a fight. There wasn't much real threat because, like, this guy's sending a Panzer IV in to die by you. You also had plenty of munitions, so why weren't you placing mines? Why weren't you capturing territory? The German player did and actually sunk one of your Su-76s and hurt some of your men. So, like, everyone knows a little bit, but you need to know more of the intricacies of the units and how they reflect to each other. Like, penal troops with PTRS rifles, or, I guess, with the American player, who to give bazookas and who not to. Also giving bars for increased effectiveness, and having groups, infantry, and not relying so much on goddamn Calliopes that in total got, what, 30 plus kills? Great, but this is a 40-minute game. That's not a whole lot with 3 Calliopes. Not compared to the last game I did, where literally one unit got 80 kills and so, like, other ridiculous matters. But point is, even though I bash this game, I still hope these players get better. I hope they train. I hope they just had fun. If they had fun during this game, that's great. But unfortunately, this is not the best comeback in KOTOR's history. This is just kind of a mediocre game at best. But what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments down below. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. I want to say I'm not angry. That's the thing. This game didn't drive me angry, which I can't say is a good thing or a bad thing. It's just, yeah. I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Josh, Milam, Ace, Ion, Ollie, Pyro Shark, and Jakub also. Thank you all so very much for your amazing support. You keep this channel going, so thank you. Remember, guys, if you want to be an awesome Patreon supporter, you can do so down below. But otherwise, it's been greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time.